The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
My name is Sandy Mahan, Sergeant Major retired. I grew up in Kitimat, British Columbia and joined the RCMP in 1970. I served in Quebec and Saskatchewan, including F and Depot divisions. I retired in 2005 as the training manager of the centralized training facility at the RCMP Academy. Among the highlights of my career were a 3-month exchange with the New South Wales Police in 1993 and a 6-month posting in a joint project with the U.S. Department of Justice in Haiti, which led to the creation of a training academy for the newly formed Haitian National Police. At the conclusion of my posting, I had been appointed as the acting director of the training academy. During this time, I hosted then Haitian President Jean-Bertrand Aristide during his tour of the academy. I also had the pleasure of hosting a meeting with former President Jimmy Carter and General Colin Powell when they also toured the facility. I thank Access Communications for sharing some of the many RCMP events they have filmed during their 40-year relationship with the force. This episode features the RCMP component of the late Queen Elizabeth's Diamond Jubilee celebrations held in the Queen City of the Prairies back in 2012 and home of the RCMP. Thanks for tuning in. Now, let's relive that exciting day.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Diamond Jubilee celebration presented by the RCMP Heritage Center, where the tradition lives. Please stand for the arrival of the Vice-Regal Party and remain standing for the Vice-Regal Salute. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Honor, the Honorable Vaughn Solomon Schofield, Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan, accompanied by our honored guest this evening, retired RCMP Staff Sergeant and Riding Master Fred Rasmussen, who trained 2 horses, Burmese and Centennial, for Her Majesty the Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The provincial landau has a very special place in Saskatchewan's history. For more than a century, this magnificent carriage has been used for ceremonial events, including several royal visits. This weekend, we will have the privilege of being part of a unique event. Tomorrow, following the formal opening of the refurbished Queen Elizabeth II Gardens in front of the Saskatchewan Legislative Building, the landau will be officially retired after more than 100 years of service. And we're happy to say that it will spend its retirement years on display at Government House on Dewdney Avenue. So tonight, I think a round of applause would be in order to honor the provincial landau's distinguished service and say thank you. Tonight's story of monarchs and mounties is a story of tradition, bravery, and determination. It's a story of the impressive relationship between our monarchy and the only national police department in the world that has become a symbol of its country, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. But how did it all begin? Where and why? Here is one story. It's the year 1877, just 3 years after their epic march west. And when the Northwest Mounted Police are to face a major test of their mettle in upholding the rule of law in the name of the Great White Mother, Queen Victoria. And this time, it was on the international stage. Following the Battle of Little Bighorn on American soil in the Dakota Territory, Chief Tatonka Iotaka Sitting Bull led his people north of the Medicine Line into Canadian territory and established his camp in the Cypress Hills. Major James M. Walsh of the Northwest Mounted Police rode out with his Métis scout to meet Sitting Bull and the Sioux.
I'm scared.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, buddy.
Brothers, sisters, elders, for hundreds of miles we've been running. Just across the Medicine Line,
You're okay.
across the Yellowstone and the Missouri rivers,
You're okay.
the cavalry guns biting at our
You're
backs.
okay.
We've been forced from the Black Hills, but we did not yield.
Yeah. Don't. You're okay.
And many have died on this trail. Our brothers, our sisters,
You're okay. You're okay. You're
our
okay.
precious children.
You're okay.
That has been a time of sorrow and bitterness.
You're okay. You're okay.
We even had to slaughter many horses just to eat.
It's okay. It's okay.
But we did not surrender.
Quit
We still hear the
hitting on my
cannons.
woman.
And the echo across the border.
Okay. Take this one.
We've crossed the Medicine Line and we stand here in the great grandmother's land. And here there's abundant wildlife. There's much deer, there's much bison. Here are cousins of grizzly bears, they roam freely. Here we could speak with our ancestors and the animals of our totem. May we live here in peace with the Cree and the Blackfoot, who were once our enemies.
We do not need peace. We came here only to rest and plan the attack on the American army and the defeat of the American army. That is what you said to Tonka. We must go back and reclaim our Black Hills, the land of the Lakota.
That is a brave plan, Darkmoon. But to wage such a war would be the end of the Lakota. It may be glorious to die in battle, but who will protect our children, our grandchildren, when we were gone? Darkmoon, who will defend them? We must prepare a pipe. We'll speak with the Great Spirit. Some of you still call for war. But it's time that we find peace here with the Great Mother's people, a new home for the Lakota. We'll set up lodge here at Pinto Horse Butte. Scouts ride out and keep watch.
No.
Akichida. Akichida.
Soldiers coming. Where from?
From the west.
Uh-huh.
A few redcoats.
Chief, send us to attack.
No, we will not attack. We'll watch how they approach. The Assiniboines say that these are good men and they may help us. Instead, we'll watch how they come and then we'll react. That is our way.
Good day. We wish to speak with Sitting Bull.
What do you want with Sitting Bull?
I will speak with him. Are you Sitting Bull?
Why? Did you come to arrest him?
Stand aside, please.
Wait, Major, don't push him. Let me talk.
Be my guest.
Calm down, Kola. Hokla washte. We are here to welcome you to this territory. The Major would like to have a powwow with Chief Sitting Bull.
You speak Lakota.
Only a little. I am Métis, Louis Levay, a scout for the mounted police. Are you Chief Sitting Bull?
I'm Tatanka Iotaka. Dogman, stand aside and let this white helmet approach.
You are Sitting Bull.
That is my American name. I am not American. I am Lakota. My name is Tatanka Iotaka.
Tatanka Iotaka. Major Bob Walsh, Northwest Mounted. Welcome to the Dominion of Canada.
Welcome. He says welcome. Welcome.
I bring a message from Queen Victoria.
You speak for the Great Mother.
I do.
Then I will hear the Great Mother's words.
That's good, Major. Keep talking. We're going to have some powwow.
Tell your people they should have no fear on this side of the medicine line. We're not soldiers. We are police. We greet you as brothers. We understand you've suffered greatly in the recent struggles with many of your people killed. Don't be alarmed by our uniforms. We're not blue coats, we're red coats. It's the Queen's color.
I have come to hear the Great Mother's words.
Queen Victoria says this: you and your people are welcome to stay and live in Canadian territory, but only if you observe the Queen's laws and live peaceably among her people. There's to be no killing or attacking Canadian tribes, no stealing horses, no alcohol. Here the law is the same for all people. For British, Sioux, Métis, or Cree, we all honor one law, the Queen's law.
What if we don't like her laws?
Then you'll have to go back across the medicine line. You laugh at our laws, Chief?
I'm laughing at this idea. You're going to send all 5,000 of us back to Montana with just 3 policemen.
We don't count numbers when we uphold the Queen's law, Tatanka. I only have 100 men at Fort Walsh. There are more at Fort McLeod if needed. We've all sworn allegiance to these laws. If you want to stay here, you and your warriors must too.
Wapaha. I like you, Wapaha. Your words are good. We will accept the Great Mother's law. And let it be known, if I'm to die here in Canada, I died a man of the law. See, I did not come here to fight, but to find sanctuary for my people. Come, rest at our camp. Whitetooth, prepare a feast for these redcoats.
Oh, a feast.
What do you have?
Pemmican, dried grizzly bear paws, fresh buffalo tongue.
We can bring food from Wood Mountain Post if you need it. It's a gift from the Queen to feed your people.
While you are here, you will eat our food.
We will smoke the pipe.
What happens now, Louis?
Who knows? But we're on the right trail, Major. Let's smoke from the pipe, maybe offer them a gift.
A gift? We offered them food.
Well, that's our share of the feast, Major. Oh, but I brought some tobacco.
That's a vile habit. We can't encourage that.
Oh, it's kind of holy to them, Major.
Say, why don't we give them some ammunition?
Give Sitting Bull our bullets?
Certainly. If this powwow idea goes like you say, we won't need bullets. These men are buffalo hunters. They need ammunition to survive.
Come, sit at our council, Wapaha.
What's that name he keeps calling me, Wapaha?
White Helmet. In Lakota, it's Wapaha. He likes your war bonnet.
Smoke goes to the east, and that way lies strength. Smoke goes to the south, and though that way lies death and deceit. Thunder is my relation there. Smoke goes to the west, and that way lies friendship. And smoke goes to the north, but that way lies peace. Wapaha, smoke.
Oh, I wish I could, Chief, but I quit smoking when I joined the force. I'll have to abstain.
Major, you gotta smoke. Anyway, it's not tobacco, it's Nick. He'll show you how, but whatever you do, don't cough.
Let us pray that the battles of the past are over in all directions. Here on the plains, there's time and space for all. For the Sioux, British, Métis, Blackfoot, Cree. It's time for us to work together, a new alliance on the northwest frontier.
Well spoken, Wapaha. Tell me, Wapaha, how does a handful of policemen keep the Cree, the Blackfoot, the Assiniboine, the Métis, the settlers? How do you make them all obey?
Well, the Canadian Cree and Assiniboine signed a treaty with the Queen 2 years ago at Fort Qu'Appelle. So now we all honor the Queen's law. They received land, some working tools, and treaty money. Perhaps if you signed such a treaty, your people might too.
No, there'll be no treaties. Those paper words are full of small print and lies. I will respect the handshake of an honest man.
But such agreements have to be written down to become law.
The Lakota have only one law. If attacked, we will strike back. That is our treaty. If we're welcomed as civilized people, we will be civilized people.
Then you must observe the Queen's laws. Along this trail, we maintain peace and justice for all. If anyone commits a crime against you in Canadian territory, you must report it to me and not attack. Here, the police are the only agents of justice.
I don't see how you can do this with just a handful of policemen.
It's the same way you maintain order in your lodges. It's by standing firm. One man can serve all laws if they are just laws, and he's a just man.
And you're a just man.
I am. These are our words. Maintiens le droit. Keep the peace.
The Great Mother's words protect us. Then we'll respect the law, and there will be peace, but there will be no treaty. And Tatonka Iotica has spoken.
Oh, I accept your word. To confirm this agreement, I offer you these bullets. Mr. Laguerre, the trader at Wood Mountain, will give you and your men all the ammunition you need for hunting. But you must not carry your guns across the medicine line.
There will be peace along the medicine line in this Redcoat Trail.
The pledge of friendship and respect that grew between Major Walsh and Sitting Bull was reflected in the years that followed by a rich and evolving relationship, not just with the Sioux, but with other First Peoples of the Plains as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Whitehawk and the Grey Buffalo Singers from the Gordon First Nation. As part of our celebration, we take the time to honor and celebrate those members of the force who have given their lives in the line of duty. Tonight we do so in a very unique way. In the summer of 2006, at the age of 29, Constable Robin Cameron made the ultimate sacrifice doing her duty. To honor her life and contribution, her home community, the Beardies and Okamassis First Nation, named their new school in her memory. Joining the Grey Buffalo Singers, we proudly present a troupe of young dancers from the Beardies Okamasas First Nation who proudly continue the honored tradition of creating a better world through education, mutual respect, and the promotion of their culture through performance and dance. During their performance, feel free to applaud to share your appreciation for their performance as they pay tribute to and celebrate the legacy of Constable Robin Cameron and all her fallen colleagues.
Way
gentlemen, the pipes and drums of the RCMP and Regina Police Service. First Nation, Constable Robin Cameron School Hoop Dancers, and the pipes and drums of the RCMP and Regina Police Service. Dogs have been part of the Mounted Police from its earliest days as mascots, companions, and eventually working partners. In this modern day, police service dogs provide invaluable support to the men and women who serve our communities right across the country. Tonight, we welcome the newest members of the RCMP Police Dog Service in Saskatchewan, having just arrived on transfer from British Columbia only a few short days ago. To share with us some of the finer points of discipline and working as a team, would you please give a great Queen City welcome to Corporal Jason Goodfellow and his partner, Mako. The RCMP uses purebred German Shepherds as well as Belgian Shepherds in perfect physical condition. They consider these breeds to be the best choice for police work as they are adaptable, versatile, strong, courageous, and able to work under extreme climatic conditions. A dog entering the RCMP training program only has a 17% chance of succeeding due to the high standards required. The dog starts police training between 12 and 18 months of age. Basic training is approximately 17 weeks, but training never really ends as daily practice is required to maintain a high level of physical and mental fitness. A dog can search a car in approximately 3 minutes. Police service dogs and their handlers provide support in several areas of law enforcement. They are routinely used to locate missing people and evidence, to detect explosives or narcotics for avalanche rescue, to assist emergency response teams for VIP security and riot control, as well as to locate and capture fleeing criminals. Wait a minute, excuse me? What's going on? Young man, can you hear me? I don't think you should be out there. Excuse me, young man. Oh no, young man, there's someone following you. Oh boy, and he doesn't look very friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, Saskatchewan's newest canine unit, Corporal Goodfellow and his furry friend, Mako. Let's wish them safe service in Saskatchewan.
They're going to lower the flag on the
on the Depot Parade Square and Drill Hall since 1882. But tonight, for the first time in living memory, the Sergeant Major has ordered the cadets to get on parade right here at the Brand Center in honor of our Diamond Jubilee celebration. Let's sit back and watch this tradition unfold. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Sergeant Major's Parade.
Attention! Ho! Parade! Down! A! Parade! Attention! Ho!
Many years ago, Princess Elizabeth began her lifelong love affair with horses. And just about the same time, she began her fascination with the RCMP. The young Princess Elizabeth read a book which she loved, Susanna of the Mounties. Many years later, as Her Majesty the Queen, she remembered that very cherished book, and she bestowed the young heroine's name on a very special gift she presented to her favorite group, the RCMP. And that's how the Golden Retriever, accompanying the training officer on her inspection of the cadets this evening, got her name, Susanna.
Who's going to carry on the parade map?
Carry on, Sergeant Major.
Map. Her Majesty's Diamond Jubilee. 3 cheers. Hip hip! Hooray! 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 Hip hip! Band, take pose! Number 1 troop, sections right. Quick, march!
Ladies and gentlemen, would you join me in thanking Sergeant Major Francois Desfossés for bringing his parade to Grand Center this evening, and to wish him well as he begins his retirement next month after 38 years of service to the people of Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth is a great horse lover and an excellent horsewoman. Her relationship with horses started as a very young woman. So during our Diamond Jubilee celebration, we pay tribute to the riding skills of our monarch by featuring the riding skills of another young woman, an all-Canadian girl from Beachy, Saskatchewan, a national champion at 13 years of age in the art of Western reining. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing the original uniform of the Northwest Mounted Police, please help me welcome Miss Brooklyn Braun and her horse, Peppy's on Top, nicknamed Charlie. Joining me at the microphone is a well-known show announcer who understands the intricate details of Western reining. Please welcome Mr. Garth Wright.
Thank you, Trina. Brooklyn and Charlie are here this evening to ride a tribute to Her Majesty the Queen. As a young girl, Princess Elizabeth would have studied classical horsemanship. She would have learned many of the same maneuvers that you will see this evening with the musical ride. Watch very closely as Brooklyn and Charlie move about the arena with no apparent resistance or movement. It looks very easy, but it is very tough to do. Some of these movements include the collected trot. The partnership between horse and rider is crucial in these advanced stages of reining. Now she'll move into the half pass. Once again, very subtle cues between horse and rider. Now they will move into the collected canter or the lope. Charlie is a 10-year-old quarter horse gelding. As you can see, they have formed a very good partnership. Now they will do the change of lead. Once again, to the untrained eye, you will not see the small cues that were given to that horse to change his lead. They will come around, and now they will do the stop on the haunches. And finish off with the pirouette or spin. Every young equestrian dreams of winning a big show, and Brooklyn congratulates Her Majesty on her granddaughter Zara Phillips on her silver medal win at the 2012 London Olympics. After reading the book Susanna, the story of a young girl visiting at depot for a summer with her uncle, the young Princess Elizabeth may have dreamed of riding with the RCMP as they chased down a fugitive on horseback. It was on horseback that the mounted police became famous as the force that always got their man. But you can't always ride like a princess. Sometimes you have to ride like the wind.
Saskatchewan, and her horse, Peppy's on Top, for the wonderful reining presentation. Through the kind permission of the Commissioner of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Bob Paulson, and the RCMP Heritage Centre, takes pleasure in presenting the Royal Canadian Mounted Police musical ride. Their 2012 tour began in Germany and England, where it was this very troupe that took part in the Diamond Jubilee celebration of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. The Canadian tour will include visits to the provinces of Ontario, Manitoba, right here in Saskatchewan, and Alberta. They will also perform at a number of venues in the United States of America. The musical ride was trained by Corporal Martin Conan and is under the command of Superintendent Marty Chesser. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the musical ride of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The salute from Superintendent Marty Chesser is being taken by Her Honor, the Honorable Vaughn Solomon Schofield, and retired Staff Sergeant Fred Rasmussen.
Lieutenant Governor, it's an honor to be here. There's 32 riders behind me that are thrilled to be back in Regina because this is where we started our career. For the members out here that are retired, thank you very much for your service. I know there's several out here that I've met over the last couple of days, so thank you very much. There's also many regular members here that are working at Depot or this province of Saskatchewan, and we thank you for your service. But I want to send a message to all the cadets that are out there going to embark on their careers shortly. I want to wish you all the best of luck. So on behalf of the Musical Ride members, the best of luck. Mr. Rasmussen, Fred, if I may be so bold, what an honor it is to have you here today. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard the announcer say, we performed in England in front of the Queen. And the Queen will say, without a doubt, that her favorite horse was Burmese. And Fred, you trained that horse. So what an honor it is to have you here. Thank you very much, because your standards, your training standards have set the stage. And since that time, we've given the horse 5 beautiful horses from the RCMP, but she always says that Burmese was her favorite, so congratulations on that. And with your kind permission, I would like to commence the musical ride. Thank you very much.
Performing today welcome you to the show. If you see anything you like, feel free to applaud. The members and horses appreciate it. musical ride were bred and raised at the Remount Detachment of the RCMP in Pakenham, Ontario. Careful pairings of selected mares and stallions produces black horses suitable for musical ride purposes.
I've got a smile on my face and I've got four walls around me. I've got the sun in the sky, all the water surround me. Oh, you know, yeah, I win now, sometimes I lose. I've been battered, but I never bruise. It's not so bad. And I say, wait, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just got to say it's alright. Jeannie sings on the corner, what keeps her from dying? Let them say what they want, she won't stop trying. Oh, you know, she might stumble if they push her around. She might fall, but she'll never lie down. It's not so bad. And I say, wait, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just got to say it's alright.
One note of interest may be found in the maple leaf that can be observed on the rumps of the horses. This is achieved by the use of a stencil with a wet brush being passed across the lie of the hair. The music. Let's watch as the musical ride performs the Bridal Arch. To show their playful nature, the horses of the musical ride show us their version of the game, X's and O's. Watch closely as they now execute the very difficult revolving turnstiles. each end of the arena, the musical ride forms the swinging gates. Of the arena to form the star. Watching the center of the arena, and with the appropriate music, we see the wagon wheel. should move with their version of the cloverleaf. While the horses enjoy a well-earned rest, the riders will perform the points and parries of lance drill. These exercises were taught in the early cavalry regiments to enable troops to defend themselves in battle from all angles of attack. Each year, the RCMP Musical Ride helps those communities they visit to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for charities and nonprofit organizations. The Musical Ride would like to thank the volunteers and organizers for their support in bringing the ride to your community. one leading rider. The musical ride will describe a series of ever-diminishing circles, finally reversing in the center, and then coming back between the incoming files. Gentlemen, the maze. Historical note, this pattern was once depicted on the back of the Canadian $50 bill. It is referred to as the Dome. Through the center in an exercise known as single file threading the needle. Level of difficulty. The ride now passes through the center of the arena in pairs. If that wasn't difficult enough, folks, threading the needle with 4 horses abreast, 2 waves of 16 horses passing through the center of the arena at the same time. It's a very rare honor this evening to be invited to join the riding master and the musical ride. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the arena floor, Brooklyn Braun and her horse, Charlie. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for O Canada. turning the flag over that has been flown over this wonderful Diamond Jubilee celebration to their training officer, Chief Superintendent Louise LaFrance, who will then turn the flag over to Her Honor, the Honorable Vaughn Solomon Schofield, Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan. She will then present the flag to our honored guest this evening, former riding master, trainer of Burmese and Centennial, retired RCMP Staff Sergeant Fred Rasmussen. And now to the music of their own regimental march, the March Past, with a final salute to our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed a wonderful evening. Lieutenant Governor, it's an honor to have you here, so thank you very much for being here. And Fred Rasmussen, thank you for being here as well. What a pleasure it's been. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a couple of minutes and introduce the members behind me who come from all parts of the country. And I'll start with the Western region. Members from British Columbia, Alberta, and Manitoba, please advance. Members from Ontario. Members from Quebec. Members from the Atlantic provinces, Labrador, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island. Now, I gotta be honest with you. When I introduce people from around the country, I usually have members from Saskatchewan. I have two members that started their career from Saskatchewan, and that's Constable Brett Edwards and Constable Sherry Sanderson. So they can sort of recognize. They can stand up, go forward. I also have an extra in our group tonight who works at Depot, and that's Corporal Karen Hamlin, who was a rider a few years ago. We brought her out of retirement for just tonight, and she did an excellent job, so give her a round of applause. But as I was sitting there, my problem is now solved. Because in my group, I have somebody born and raised in Saskatchewan, and that's Brooklyn Braun right here. So give her a big round of applause. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2012 musical ride. Thank you for coming out. We're going to take a couple minutes to set up, but we're going to come out and meet you here shortly. Thanks you again for coming out, and enjoy the evening.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today